Oh, hey guys, what's going on? Oh my days. Oh, sorry, I just had an absolute asthmatic fit there. I couldn't breathe for a second. I was sorting out the cameras, the lighting and everything, and I had to sprint across my house and desperately look for any kind of painkiller or anything. I'm very sorry, as I did say. I am very, very ill, so I did not expect that to overcome me. I was literally coughing up a lot of bad shit there. But I hope you guys are okay. I apologize. And as I was in my desperate search to find something, which I did of course find here, and here, Leeds United were in a desperate search to find a goal conceded, and Leeds United are 1-0 down to Wolverhampton Wanderers in a shocking turn of events. Now you're looking at this game thinking, how the heck are Leeds going to get ourselves back into this one? A side who have scored 0 open play goals all season in Leeds United. Absolute zilch in terms of open play goals. And you expect this side to get them back in the game? Oh my days, that is like expecting Stevie Wonder to fucking pick out your new hairstyle for you, mate. It's not gonna happen, mate. Or expecting Stevie Wonder to give you a trim would have been a better one. Spurs and Leeds both stinking up the gaff before James has even started the stream. No, I had started the stream, Morgan. As I said, I was dying, man. I was just fucking coughing up all over the kitchen sink, mate. All over the kitchen sink. Fark out, Enzo. Maximilian, what's cooking, my guy? What is cooking good looking? What is cooking good looking? Why is my computer just frozen? Why is my computer frozen? That is not good. That is not good. My camera has frozen, so I do need to quickly just unfreeze that. I'll be 1 second, guys. I will be 1 second. Because I don't think you want to be sat here looking at my frozen face for the entirety of this stream. I don't think that's exactly what you've signed up for here. And we just fix that for you. As Ethan Ampadu absolutely rifles a shot past the post. One second here. Is that fixed? Is my camera fixed, boys? Is my camera fixed? No, my camera is not fixed. Hey! Hey, lad. Hey. What's so funny, huh? Shit, that's still strong. Wow. That is still very, very strong. In my house, in the middle of our street. There we go. That's better. That's better. What's cooking? Good looking. As Okafor loses the ball once again. Oka no 4, my friend. Ha 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 ha. Am I right? No, I'm not right. That was terrible. That was absolutely terrible. Terrible. How does this defense collapse so fast? We play to not to lose, not to win. Exactly. But I was actually thinking, funny enough, I was like, you know what? Aside from that Arsenal game, our defense has actually been pretty damn good, if I do say so myself. I've been pretty impressed with our defense this season. And then what do? We go and absolutely choke it to 0 points, Wolverhampton Wanderers, who are now right up our crack where the sun don't shine. At least we'll have a nice stadium in the Championship. That is if the stadium expansion actually goes ahead, which we have no proof that it is, because we've been told many, many times that this stadium expansion is going to go ahead, and it has not materialized anywhere near so far. So let's not count our chickens too soon with that stadium expansion. But I don't know how. As I said, man, I thought our defense was decent, man. I thought it looked somewhat decent against Fulham until we absolutely capitulated with that stupid own goal in the last minute. I thought it looked decent. Okay, I can't say it looked decent in patches against Arsenal, because in reality it didn't. But it looked pretty double decent against Everton. And it didn't look too shabby against Newcastle either. Our offence, on the other hand, is useless. Well, actually, Andy, if you clicked on the stream, you'd have seen when I was here. But yeah, as I said, man, I was dying, brother. I was looking for some medication. I've literally been dying today, bro. But the painkillers, everything is kicking in. And boy, do I not only just need painkillers for what's going on in here, I need painkillers for what my eyes are seeing here with Leeds United, mate. I need the double dose of painkillers after seeing that first goal rifle into the back of the net. Let me tell you that for nothing, mate. Samuel Mark Ingram, thank you very much for the follow, my guy. Fark out. How you guys feeling about Daniel Fark, by the way? How you feeling about the big DF? Daniel Farker. Shit. Oh. Longstaff. Strolling through. Come on, Longstaff. Drill it. Gives it to Okafor on the left-hand side instead, who cuts inside. Beautiful work by Okafor, actually. And he's run straight into a corridor of 3 men. Oh. Have you seen Russell Crowe at any Leeds United games? No, I haven't seen. I've never seen Russell Crowe in my life. To be honest. Well, I've seen him. I mean, I haven't seen him in person in my life, is what I should say. No, I have not seen Russell Crowe ever with my own 2 eyes. That is. No, I have not seen him. Although I don't know, does he actually go to Leeds games or does he just watch from afar? Is he a fucking armchair fan? Unlike me, who goes to all the games. Every single game. As you can tell. Are we looking any good? I thought we started off okay. I thought we started off decently. I mean, as you know, we have about as much cutting edge in the final third as a fucking plastic knife trying to cut through a fucking Wagyu steak. It's just not going to happen. So, in terms of the final third play, was just about as toothless as ever. But otherwise, I thought we looked defensively assured the first 10 minutes or so until we conceded the goal. And now it's very scattergun. Now all of a sudden, Wolves are actually having a lot of joy on the ball and are looking more like scoring a second than Leeds are scoring a first. Which, to be fair, is not surprising because Leeds United scoring a goal is not exactly something that is we're going to be seeing a lot of this year. I mean, we probably scored more goals under one game with Marcelo Bielsa than we will this entire season from open play. Are you happy with Aronson playing? Am I happy with Brendan Aronson starting in the right wing position, which he never even started in the Championship? Yeah, mate, I am absolutely over the moon with Brendan Aronson, a guy who was deemed not good enough to start in his natural number 10 position for Leeds, playing in his unnatural right wing position. Sorry, his natural number 10 position in the Championship. He was deemed not good enough. And I deem that myself. He's playing in an unnatural right wing position in the Premier League. So as you can see, Leeds' recruitment strategy has just been absolutely firing off on all cylinders, really. I mean, it's been magisterial almost, our recruitment strategy. The fact that we are playing Brendan Aronson in right wing. The fact that the best left winger in the club has evaporated into thin air in Largi Ramazani. In the fact that our second best winger in total at the club has now gone off because we didn't sign him. And our attack overall has actually got weaker than it was this time last year in the Championship. So, I mean, our recruitment strategy has just been absolutely phenomenal this year. I mean, not only have we not signed a number 10, we're actually not playing any number 10s anymore. We're playing Anton Stach pretty much as our furthest forward player in the midfield, who I presumed we bought as a box-to-box / holding midfielder. So I'm not quite sure how that one's working out there. And then you're going to look at the situation where our best midfielder last year now can't get on the pitch. Despite the fact he was playing holding midfield last year, he's been asked to play pretty much central attacking midfield this year, or central midfield this year, even though he was a holding midfielder. That's what we signed him for. And in fact, a better holding midfielder even than Ethan Ampadu, who is starting for Leeds United today. He was better than him last year and was given pretty much the fan player of the season last year for good reason, was Ao Tanaka. Now cannot get himself in the side. And our midfield looks just so uncreative. I mean, it's unbelievable, mate. Unbelievable, mate. It's about as creative as a blank page of fucking A4 paper. Let's call it as it is here. Let's call it as it is. Wow, wow, wow. Leeds United absolutely stinking up the gaff. And that is not correct. Okay, I've messed up the lineups. I've got the Leeds Wolves up. I've got the Leeds lineup on the Wolves side and the Wolves lineup on the Leeds side. I'll sort that out at half time. Yeah. Good manager would bring players in. Yeah, I would get Nuno, honestly. Trust me, JT win today. I know it. Fark's gone. Creative 3 strikers on the bench. Yeah, I mean, listen, forget the strikers, mate. The striker is not the option. It's not the problem for me. There's a lot of talk about, oh, he signed Dominic Calvert-Lewin. He's going to get you goals. Number one, not that did I ever think Dominic Calvert-Lewin was the answer? No, I did not ever think that Dominic Calvert-Lewin was the answer for Leeds United. But not only did I not think that Dominic Calvert-Lewin was not the answer for Leeds United, our problem is not the striking department. Our problem is creating chances for those strikers that are playing on the pitch. And we are not creating anything with them. We were actually more creative last year. I don't know why he's changed formation. Maybe to make us more defensively strong? Is that his plan with going with this 4-3-3? Because it doesn't work. We don't have a number 10, so maybe that's why. But you're playing on number 10 in right wing. You know, he is the only number 10 at the club in Brendan Aronson. And he's playing him in a wide position. Where he's able to impact the game even less. I mean, there's question marks for me throughout the entirety of what he's doing here. I have to be honest with you. Everything he's trying, I have huge question marks about. But at the same time, can I throw Daniel Farke under the bus for what we're seeing here? Which again, as Stroy gives it to Aronson, who almost loses the ball and gives Wolves a free counter-attack. Can I completely blame him? No, because the board at the end of the day had a job. They said they were going to spend every last penny they could. Daniel Farke came out multiple times during halfway through the transfer season or transfer window saying we need more attackers. After the Everton game, same thing. We need more attackers. After the Arsenal game, same thing. We need more attackers. We need more attackers. We need to sign some attackers. And what do the board do? Sign 0 attackers. They signed Okafor, who was never really a main target for Leeds. You know, Igor Pajau and others were the ones that Leeds were licking our lips at. We went in for a backup option of Igafor, who Okafor. For fuck's sake, man. Okafor. What am I thinking, man? Noah Okafor. I don't know where my brain's going, sorry. A backup option because we played them, who is never our main option, and with some of his trickery and whatever, does look like one of the best players that we have, but was still never our top target, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin on a free. That does not spell to me I want to stay in this division. Mate, we're shit away from home. We're not exactly mustard at home either. We're not exactly, you know... We're not exactly carving teams open at home either. It's not like at home we're some prime Barcelona and then we go away and we're just shitting the bed. No. I mean, we're just shit in general. Let's be honest here. Let's be real here. Especially while Leeds are a Premier League side, I always love to be as optimistic as possible. That's the name of the game for me. And I started this season with so much optimism. Until the transfer window shut, that is when my optimism kind of died. And when we're seeing what we're seeing, week in, week out, after that period of time, I mean, what optimism can you really have? We're getting absolutely destroyed by every team we come up against. Because they can actually put goals into the back of the net. We can't. That's the difference. That's a big difference as well. A very big difference. Not being able to convert anything is a huge problem. A huge problem. Huge. Alright, here we go. Bogle puts a looping cross in, though. Dominic Calvert-Lewin! Oh! Would you believe it? We've actually scored! We've scored a goal! Do not scratch your eyes! Do not change your television sets! Leeds United have actually scored a goal! Oh my days! Injected into the veins, my friend! Take it, watch it, drink it in, smoke it up, snort it up your nostril if you need to. Leeds United have scored a football goal. Don't do the last thing. That was a parody. But anyway, you want to get it in there. Leeds United have scored a Premier League goal from open play. And what a beautiful goal it was. I mean, it was a defense-splitting through ball / looping cross from Jayden Bogle from about 35, 40 yards back. I need to have another look at that, but that was like 35 yards back. He's pinged in a looping cross from so deep into our own half, all the way over to Dominic DCL, who has absolutely slapped it with a beautiful curling header into the top left-hand corner. Dominic Calvert-Lewin gets his career tally for Leeds United open. Leeds United get their Premier League open play goals tally open. And they open their first goal of the day against Wolverhampton Wanderers today. Could this be the day things start to change for Leeds United? Are we actually going to start scoring goals? DCL, baby. Just tuned in. At least we scored. At least we scored indeed, my friend. At least we scored indeed. And what a goal it was. What a goal from Dominic Calvert-Lewin. That was actually a phenomenal goal. Both the ball in and even the header. What a header that was. What a header. Absolute bullet header into the top left-hand corner, man. Man like DCL, first of many indeed. I agree with you on that one. 100% do I agree with you on that one. 2-0 Brighton, by the way. Wow. 2-0 Brighton against Tottenham Hotspur. Shocking turn of events for Tottenham, who find themselves still languishing in that third place position. Had a good opportunity to pip Arsenal today. That opportunity has not been taken. Apparently it was an absolute stinker from Vicario, from what I'm being told. From what I'm being layered in here into the earpiece. DCL will be back in the England fold soon. Well, let's wait and see, mate. Let's wait and see, shall we? Wait, hang on a second. Oh, there we go. Alright, there we go. I had it fixed anyway. Now the lineups are on the right side. DCL, baby. England call-up coming. How you watching your game? With these two beautiful inventions called eyeballs. Very, very beautiful things we have. Which basically, they're really, really intelligent, these things. What they do, they pick up a transmission of signals from what you are looking at. So the direction in which your head is actually pointed will target these things to send a transmission signal back off the surface of which the light is being reflected, which is then going to transmit an image into your brain and allow you to see something. I mean, it's a really one heck of an invention. Frodo Okafor. JT, the Jesse Marsh lover, is tasting his own tears. I was never really a Jesse Marsh lover, and I don't know why I'm tasting my own tears either. If I was going to be a lover of any manager, there's only one man you can call me a loyalist to. The only Leeds United manager in a long time I've been an absolute loyalist to was Marcelo Bielsa. And that was for very good reason, because he deserved to have someone be a loyalist to him, because he was one heck of a manager. An absolute legend of the game was Marcelo Bielsa. So, if there's anyone that I was blindly loyal to, it was Marcelo Bielsa. Not Jesse Marsh, no. Jesse Marsh was not quite that guy for me. Oh, here come Wolves down the left-hand side again. Gomez this time. Cuts it into the middle, but it's a beautiful challenge by Longstaff. Cracking challenge, and Leeds United spawn on another counter-attack here. Could be progressing up the field nicely. It's Brendan Aronson. Gives it in the middle, and that is a dirty foul on the back of Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who crafted himself into quite the position there. He's earned himself a free kick. Should be a very big free kick here. You'd expect Anton Stach to take it. Very dangerous angle for the free kick. Could be a very, very promising one for Leeds United. Didn't really look like Dominic Calvert-Lewin was going anywhere anytime soon, but it is a foul. He's got the arm on the back of Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who rides the challenge and takes the foul. I'm a Wendy fan, and Marcelo was the best Leeds manager I've seen in the past 10 years. I've watched footy, Addison. No. And as they say, I do know a painting called Madison, and she did want to hop in the back of an Addison Lee. So, am I right? Listen, man, he's the best manager I've ever seen in my life. I watch a lot of football. I'm not even just talking about Leeds United here. I'm talking in football in general. Marcelo Bielsa is the best manager I have ever seen in my life. Sorry for being late, but who scored? Wolves opened the scoring, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Big D-C-L, slapped a header in from a beautiful cross in by Jayden Bogle. It was a cracking goal from Leeds. But that just goes to show you our lack of creativity, that it takes a masterful cross and header like that to get ourselves a goal. Here we go from the set piece, though. Could we get another set piece goal this year? You know what they say about goals. You may wait 3 or 4 games for one, but once one comes, it will come at once. Here we go. That was the quiet before the storm, those past few games. This now is the storm. We're about to see an absolute goal fest today. Anton Stach. Jacked-in Stach stands over the free kick, as too does Goodmanson. It's Stach who takes, and he drills it! What did I tell ya? The calm before the storm. He's jacked, he's Stached, and he's absolutely rifled it into the top right-hand corner. Leeds United 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. And unfortunately for Wolves, the Lion has come to play today. The Lion of Leeds United, who cruise into the top half of the table with an absolutely sumptuous strike by Anton Stach, who has absolutely guided that like a laser targeted missile, evading round properties, skyscrapers, anything you'd name of, to find its way expertly into that top right hand corner. A goal slicker than an Italian's hair, and a thunderous strike to cap off an early comeback for Leeds United. And this is what I'm talking about, lads. We are now ahead of Manchester City in the league, ahead of Newcastle in the league. What were you all worried about? What were you all so worried about, huh, chaps? I think we are in great standing this year. I mean, I couldn't think of a better footballing side right now than Leeds United. Oh, man. He has scored indeed. What do we think of Wanderers? Well, we think Wanderers are getting absolutely pummeled by the mighty White Lion of Leeds United. Wow. W-O-W. Leeds United 2, Wolves 1. I did say before he took it he was going to slap it, did I not? Rewind the tape, gents. Rewind the tape. Because as I said, mate, he is lethal from those positions. He is absolutely lethal from those positions there. What a goal. What a goal from Anton Stach. Wow. What a fucking finish, mate. I told you, this guy is a set-piece genius. I don't know why we're giving some of the set pieces before to Jack Harrison. Terrible, terrible decision. This is the man that should be taking all of Leeds' set pieces. I said it from the first game of pre-season, mate. This guy is cooking. He's got so much power from his free kicks, mate. Here we go. Okafor down the left-hand side. Takes it, big stride, and he's given the ball straight away there. Terrible, terrible stuff from Noah Okafor. I expected a little bit more composure from him there. No composure at all. He's walked straight into the corridor of uncertainty. Guys. Sorry about that. Sorry if you heard anything, any bad optics there. That Anton Stach goal clearly got my my lungs a bit too excited for my own good right now. Are you all right? Yeah, I'm very ill, mate. I'm very, very ill. Oh yeah, I'm very ill. I have been. I'm not contagious anymore because I don't know what I've got, but it's been over like 11 days now since I first got ill. So I don't know what exactly it is that I had, but it's not going anywhere anytime soon. Every time I think I'm getting a little bit better, clearly I'm not getting better. But I wouldn't miss the game. That is why I did start the stream a little bit late. I was having a really bad time with a lot of things. So I had to try and find the painkillers, anything I could find, really. Uh-oh, here come Wolves again. Don't know what it is. Don't know what it is, mate. Don't know what it is. Haven't checked. Haven't been to the hospital or anything. Just kind of firmed it. Just kind of had to be bedbound for a little bit. And then took a few painkillers. Bit of asthma inhalers. And just kind of firmed it like that. So I don't know what exactly it is. People are saying there's a new strain or something, but how should I know, mate? Totti. Here is Totti to take the throw in. Absolutely launches it. Oh my days. Oh my days. What a save. Gordon Banks. We are Leeds. We are Leeds. Indeed. Uh-oh. £1 fish. Very, very good. Goal indeed. Oh, here we go. Leeds United could have another goal. No, Okafor. Oh, we do have another goal. What a counter-attack. It's Noah Okafor. And it's 3. Leeds United scoring triple our entire league season's output in a matter of minutes. In literally 10 minutes of football, Leeds United have tripled our goal tally for the entire campaign, and Wolverhampton Wanderers are crumbling like a poppadom under boiling water right now. Absolutely criminalistic defending from them, as they pass the ball straight to Anton, jacked and statched, with an easy little through ball to Noah Okafor, who is absolutely blistering into the final third there. And the finish is cooler than an iceberg. It is calmer than an assembly waiting for an orchestra to play. And it was more collected than a line full of flight attendants, as Leeds United make it 3-1. What a finish. Aha! Now we're cooking. Leeds United are cooking on a stone. On a stone? On a gas stove burner. Sorry, a stove, not a stone. I think we're cooking on a stone. Ay. We predicted it, Million. You did predict it. Fucking heck, mate. Flipping heck. I mean, they were showing a replay while you said that as well. So that's why I went to read the chat, because they were showing a replay. And the second I looked back over from the replay, we're straight on the attack. I guess because they had the ball from their own goal kick, their own defense. So that's why they're showing the replay. And they gave it to us so quickly, they didn't anticipate it. So the second my screen actually cut back from the replay, Okafor was fucking blazing in one-on-one. Yo, JT was on a phone call 1-0 down. Who are you on a phone call to, mate? Fucking heck, Daniel Fuck. You got him to put some magic juice into that Leeds United attack. Whoever there, I don't know who you're on the phone call to, mate. But whoever you were phoning, get him back on the blower. Because they have done some sort of magic here to get Leeds United 3 goals in front. A side who couldn't score in a fucking brothel earlier on in the season have now absolutely dismantled Wolverhampton Wanderers in the space of 10 minutes. With 3 masterful goals. Each goal was actually beautifully taken as well. Now, don't get me wrong. One was from a free kick. One was a 30-yard, absolutely masterful cross by Jayden Bogle. And one was from Wolves passing us the ball from their own defence. So, by no means do I think Leeds' attacking creative issues are solved. I'm not going to get too ahead of myself. But it's good to see us actually convert some chances. Although, as I said, our conversion of chances is not really our issue. Our issue is the creating of them. And I do think we have been gifted one gilt-edged chance there with Okafor, and he took it. Created an absolute piece of magic from Jayden Bogle in the other one. And the other one was, again, a piece of magic from Anton Stach from the free kick. So by no means do I think Fark is actually getting us to create a load of chances still. I still think there's a lot of issues because we haven't had many other great chances in the game aside from those 3 goals. However, 2 moments of magic, 1 bit of luck, and Leeds United took it, and we've converted it. So I cannot sit here and complain, as Leeds United are 3 goals to 1 to the good. What a turn of events. Maybe Leeds need to concede early on more often, huh? What do you think of Manchester? Shit. Manchester. What? LUFC Ramazani, mate. No longer here, unfortunately, my friend. We are too good, though. We are too good. 3-1. 3-1 indeed, Josh. Yo, Harriet, how you doing today? Why are we in our home kit? Good question. Guess because it doesn't clash at all. To be fair, they usually do this now. If your kit doesn't clash, they don't really seem to need too much of a reason to change it. But I mean, look at this. This still goes to show you Leeds' issues. Wolverhampton Wanderers today, 0.98 XG. Leeds United, can you guess what our XG is today? This is why I can't get too excited too soon. Our XG is 0.4. 0.4. Theirs is 0.98. They are massively underperforming it today, and we are massively overperforming it. So yes, I'm very happy with the manner of the 3 goals in which we got, and I think that can be built upon moving forward. However, that is not sustainable. We have not yet seen Leeds United build a sustainable form of attacking play to carry us throughout the rest of the season. Now, you can call that overly negative if you want. But all I'm saying is, you're not going to have Anton Stach rifling in free kicks top corner week in, week out. You're not going to have someone passing the ball to Stach to give Okafor a goal every single week. You're not going to have Jayden Bogle picking out cross of the century to Dominic Calvert-Lewin every single week. So there are still issues. That's all I want to say. Because look at this Bogle cross again. The guy is like 30 yards out when he picks that ball out. And it's a masterful ball and a masterful header from Dominic Calvert-Lewin. But these are moments of magic. And you do need moments of magic, yes. But they're not going to come week in, week out. Which is when you need to have some sort of sustainable play. And currently Leeds do not have any sustainable play, in my opinion. So, oh yeah, my timer, sorry, thank you. I do need to stop the timer. Wolves kick off more than Danny G. Fucking heck, mate. That is a quality. I'm stealing that. Sorry, Kenny. I am stealing that. Let me tell you that, mate. I am stealing that. You are going to be hearing me utilising that one in the near future, mate. That is being stolen, I'm afraid. Not I'm afraid. I mean, I have to thank you for bringing that to me, but I am stealing that one, mate. Fucking heck. I'm stealing that all the way straight down to Smethwick, mate. As for Gundown, as for Danny G, I live in fucking Birmingham. Come Smethwick. Can't wait for the Stach edit. Yeah, mate. The TikTok edit's going to be running wild. No Okafor again. What a finish. But these are all, that's what I said, these are all really, really great goals. Really great goals. But not sustainable, but great goals. I would like to see Leeds actually create some more sustainable attacks. Because Wolves have, aside from those, actually created better chances throughout the game. Which is really weird to say. But I am impressed with the way Leeds United have converted those chances. Just bear in mind the reality of the situation. Taylor Kerry with the heart me. Thank you so much, Taylor. Ethan with the follow. Thank you so much, my guy. Thank you so much, Ethan, my G. No string. Wolves ain't created anything. Well, he created a goal. I guess, actually, to be fair, I mean, that goal, because of how shit the defending was to get him through one-on-one, probably contributed to about 0.8 of their XG altogether. Aside from that, they even created too much. Yeah, you're right. It was probably a bit of a blindsided comment, but they have created a lot better XG than us. But then again, as you said, that goal probably created a lot more of it than that. And it did come from a bit of a mistake from Leeds United. But having said that, as I said, aside from the 3 masterful goals, Leeds ain't, we don't create nothing, really. Yeah, it was pretty bad defending. It was pretty bad defending. One shot on target, 100 XG. What an absolute rocket, mate. An absolute masterful strike. Masterful. I'm telling you, this guy is a set-piece wizard. He is a set-piece wizard, Anton Stach. He's a Tanaka signing. Yeah, well, Tanaka's not even fucking playing, mate. What's going on? What is going on? I cannot believe it, mate. I cannot believe it, bro. Cannot get any game time. Ay. As they show that Gabriel Goodmanson own goal again. Absolutely criminal. I still think the board are going to sack Fark after this game anyway. No, I don't think, even if we lose, I don't think they're sacking Fark yet. I don't think they'll sack Fark yet. You saw what they're having their troubles over at Rangers, and they kept him after a terrible start to the season. But I don't think they're sacking Fark. Number one, no one to bring in, aside from Nuno, because he just got sacked. And number two, whoever you bring in doesn't have any of their own players, doesn't have a pre-season, and doesn't have any attackers, really. No creative midfielder, no creativity at all. Jose is another option. Oh, that's not exactly going to help you creatively. Fucking heck, mate. Jeez Louise. That is like bringing in Ray Charles and asking him to paint you the Mona Lisa. Flipping heck. Come on. Jose Mourinho. Well, we're going to score even less goals. We're going to score even less damn goals. That was a right goal from Stach. One heck of a goal, mate. But what about the fucking Dominic Calvert-Lewin goal? What about the ball in from Bogle? Sorry, mate. That was almost better than the free kick. It was almost better than the free kick. And I don't know what it is, man. After we got that first goal, as I said, like London buses, they will all come at once. I really would encourage you to go back on the stream and see that moment, because there was just a feeling that you could tangibly feel that he was going to score that free kick. I don't know what it was in the air, but you could just feel it, man. You could just feel he was going to score that. And he did score it. DCL was one of the best headers I've ever seen. It was. I mean, as I said, the ball was magisterial into the box. And the way he still leapt back off balance and managed to guide that in was so impressive, if you ask me. So impressive. So impressive. How you watching, pal? With the eyes on the screen, my friend. With the eyes on the screen. Wolves are going down 100%. Well, we'll have to wait and see, won't we? We'll have to wait and see. But they are definitely not in a good position right now. Man U's biggest fan, 1, 2, 3, 4. Great Leeds United accent, pal. This better for you. You want me to go to Yorkshire, do you? That little bit better for you. No, actually, mate, I'm not from Leeds. I'm from where all your fans are from. Oh, flipping heck. The only thing is DCL is unfit. Yeah, that is one thing. That's not the only thing, but it is one thing. That is one thing. Says the Man U fan. You know what I mean? Every Man United fan is from my fucking neck of the woods, mate. I lived here, and I lived in Manchester, and I can tell you unequivocally, there are 100 times more Manchester United fans where I'm from in England than there are in Manchester. Because I've lived in both places, you see. So you cannot pull the wool over my eyes. You can pull the wool over other, but you cannot pull the wool over my eyes, my friend. And I can tell you for a fact, there are more of you down here than up in your own place. And whatever you want to say about Leeds and me, you cannot say that about Leeds because it's a one-club city. Everyone in Leeds, pretty much there or thereabouts, is a Leeds fan. You go into shops in Leeds, there are Leeds fans. The Leeds shirts, Leeds everything, all over the walls, everything. Yeah, stop spamming, please. 17, please stop spamming. I don't want to have to time anybody out, so don't spam, please. It makes it harder to read everyone else's messages in the chat. Aronson's inclusion has brought synergy to the team. Fox a visionary. Are you taking the piss, Andy? Are you taking the piss? Aronson's inclusion has brought synergy into the team. I think we'll leave that comment there. Arsenal fan, hope Leeds United stay up. Enjoy having the team and the fans in the league. Thank you very much, mate. And I hope you guys go on to win the league this year, my friend. Hope you go on to win the league this year. I'm going to be up in your neck of the woods later, actually. Going to be going over to the AEF TV studios later on. So we'll see if you lot are celebrating a Tottenham Hotspur defeat today. But I got a lot of love for Arsenal, mate. Got a lot of love for Arsenal, to be fair. Big Wenger man myself. Always been a huge admirer of the way he changed English football, not just Arsenal, but English football in general. So I've always had a bit of a soft spot for them myself. Yeah, I thought you normally on DR. Do you do the boxing? Yeah, I do the boxing on there. Among other things. If we do boxing content or MMA, I usually do that on there with them. I did the Crawford Canelo fight the other day, and I'm going to be going up to do the Saturday football show today at 7:30, where we're going to cover all the games in the Premier League. So maybe you're not just a Leeds United fan here, maybe you're a Wolves fan or a fan of another club. Saturday football show is a really, really great show. We're going to be doing that on DR Sports. I'm going to be going on to that later. So make sure you pop down and tune in if you are interested. We're going to be going through all the games of today and having a little chinwag about it, shall we say. I think Spurs will come back against Brighton. Well, they've pulled it back to 2-1 so far. And this coffee is getting me rather lit up a little bit. It's getting rid of a few of the old illness issues, shall we say. This is feeling nice. I might need to go top it up before the second half starts. Come on, we are on fire. We are on fire. We are on fire. Playing like this without Tanaka, imagine when he comes back in. Wow. Our issues don't really stem defensively, they stem creatively. And Tanaka's a good defensive midfielder. And I think we're too stacked in that position, personally, in terms of defensive box-to-box midfielders. I think he's going to make that much of a difference. And as I said, we are playing well, in a way. Two things. Number one, we're playing against the worst side in the league right now, in Wolves, who are still on 0 points, nil. And number two, we did score 3 master goals. And aside from that, our creativity has still been shocking. We should be creating chances upon chances upon chances against a side like Wolverhampton Wanderers. Those are the 2 points I would levy against that. I am going to quickly just fill up my coffee before the second half starts again. So I will be back very, very briefly, my friends. You want your AO back. AO. Let's go. We're back. Sorry about that. My kettle was bugging up. Leeds. Didn't mean equaliser. I meant 3-1 Leeds United. It is 3-1 Leeds United still, yes. Let me get the timer all sorted out. Uh-oh. Oh, my keyboard ain't working. I'm going to have to do this manually. Are you mugging me off? You mugging me off, pal? Gonna have to do this top manually. Okay. Uh-oh. Here's a corner for Wolverhampton Wanderers now. Carl Darlow going to have his first big test in a hot minute. 2 corners to 0. The corner is swung in. Leeds United obviously very susceptible. And Carl Darlow is equal to the measure. Huge save by Carl Darlow there. As Leeds United almost concede from a terrible way of conceding, which is a set piece, a.k.a. a corner. Well, a corner, a.k.a. a set piece, should I say. But another corner for Leeds United to concede this year would be very, very bad after that crushing blow in the Arsenal game earlier on in the season. And a crushing blow in this Wolves game earlier on in the game as well. But it was a huge save by Carl Darlow there. Ball flicked back across the goal, and Carl Darlow was equal to it. And it's a crushing blow from Leeds United today that is being spoken about. A real crushing blow from Leeds United today. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1, 2, 3. Can I get this all synced up? What are you watching on? My eyeballs, my friend. Who do you support? LS12 Finley. I am a Leeds United fan. That is who I support. My friend. Who do you support, Finley? Who do you support, my friend? Rice Powell. They're giving it as a goal kick. Yeah, that was a really weird decision there. Really weird decision. Can you fix the clock? The clock is fixed. E190 Aviation. Don't you worry. Who do you support? Leeds United. Arsenal edits Jack. What's cooking, my guy? Cannot read the rest of the chat because this guy has absolutely spammed Leeds. I support Leeds. Fellow Leeds fan. Nice to see you, my friend. Nice to see you, nice. What have you made of... what do you make of this whole debacle right now? What do you make of Daniel Farke? You think Farke's the issue? You think the board is the issue? What do you make of Leeds' current standing this year? As Okafor absolutely blazes down the left-hand side of the pitch. How are we doing, Arsenal edits Jack? How are Arsenal doing? Arsenal are not currently playing right now. How are Leeds United doing? Are you a Leeds fan or an Arsenal fan here? I'm a little bit confused here. But how are Leeds doing? Leeds United are doing very, very well today in patches. You know, I think we've been well served for it. The second half, Wolves have actually come out very strong. It was mainly that last 10 minutes of the first half that Wolves just absolutely capitulated. Otherwise, it was a relatively even game. And here come Wolves again. Looping cross. Jayden Bogle-esque cross into the box. And the rebound finds its way to, I believe that was I cannot see. They changed the camera angle too quickly there. But they blazed the shot from the outside of the 18-yard box. The ball is pinballing around there. He's chested it down and volleyed it. And it's a big save by Carl Darlow once again. Once again, it's a huge save by Carl Darlow. 2 huge saves in a couple of minutes. This guy, better than flipping Lucas Perry at this rate. I got to tell you that for nothing, mate. Which basically begs the question why we spent all that money on him. But, yeah, in the second half, I think Wolves have actually come out a lot stronger. And it was relatively even before that. Leeds weren't exactly playing masterful football throughout the entirety of the first half, by no means. We just scored 3 magnificent goals. So the goal tally doesn't actually quite show the true story or complexion of this game, in my opinion. I'd love to sit here and say, yeah, Leeds United have been absolutely dominating them. We're back. We're cooking. You know, everything is perfect. Everything is great. But in reality, it's not quite the case. In reality, that is not quite the case. Perry or Darlow for the next game? On the basis of this performance, Carl Darlow, mate. Carl Darlow on the basis of this performance. But yeah, as I said, I'd love to sit here and say, yeah, Leeds have been absolutely phenomenal and all of that. But the truth is, we haven't. We've been decent. You know, we've been relatively the same as I've seen us the past few weeks. Relatively similar in a lot of ways to the Fulham game. It's just that we took our chances. And as I said, had 3 moments of magic. One from Jayden Bogle and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. One from Anton Stach. And one piece of luck where they passed us the ball straight from their defence. And we went through and we actually took the advantage of the goal. But other than that, I don't think this has been a standout Leeds United performance, in my opinion. I'm seeing a few improvements. Here is Noel Okafor down the left-hand side, though. Beautiful run. Cuts it back to Stach. Gives another ball back to Longstaff. And that is a very tamed effort there. Jose Sarr, who claims that very comfortably. And this is a Wolves side that should be there for the taking, really. Which goal was the best? Tough one. Between the Dominic Calvert-Lewin and the Anton Stach one, I think everyone is going to say Anton Stach, because that was a superb free kick, top right-hand corner. But the cross in from Jayden Bogle for that first goal was absolutely sumptuous. That was like 25, 30 yards out. He pinged that cross in. And Dominic Calvert-Lewin, to be off balance like that, from still a decent chunk, like 10, 15 yards away from the goal, that was by no means an easy header to connect with. Kind of off balance, leans back and still guides it into the corner. Here is Dominic Calvert-Lewin again. Can he release the strike? It's deflected away and it's a goal kick. I think he's calling for a foul there. Agbadu has taken him down. Let's see. It's a good ball in through the middle. He's taken it out well. And, he's got to be annoyed with Stach there, who gets in his way. I think Dominic Calvert-Lewin was lining up the strike. Agbadu had slid in. But Anton Stach getting in the way of Dominic Calvert-Lewin there. He's got to be a little bit annoyed with that one. Leeds playing like 2003, 2004 Arsenal. Sublime football being played. I don't know about that one, mate. I don't know about that one. As I said, man, I'm not getting too carried away. I still want to see an impressive end to this second half from Leeds United. Because this is still, there's still a lot of holes in this. But this is looking a little bit better. Sharp on the counter-attack once again from Noah Okafor, who's having one heck of a second half here. Gets the ball through to Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Okafor are looking like men reborn after their opening goals. After they've both got their goals today, their confidence is flying right now. Leeds going for the title, the Championship title next season. Chose the wrong game to be talking smack, Luke, mate. Chose the wrong game, my friend. Because this game, Leeds are actually winning. And we've scored 3 times our entire league tally this game. You know? So, you know, I think you should focus on getting your league title. Because if you don't get it this year, I think you guys are done for. In terms of the Premier League title race. So, you know, mate. I'm picking mind up, mate. 1 second you're saying we're looking like the Invincibles. The next second we're looking like fucking championship title contenders. You know? If we got relegated, I don't think we'd even win the championship title the next year. I think we'd be in real dire straits. Almost as dire as my moustache and beard right now. I need to sort that out. I ain't got a trim with Andy for a hot minute though, so... Geezer's booked up fucking weeks in advance! So I need to sort it out myself. Because this is looking a little bit... Yeah. Rum. Are we playing good? Yeah, we're playing good. We are playing well. Yeah, as I said, I take it with a pinch of salt. This is Wolves. Although the last, 5 minutes of the game, by courtesy of 2 men, being Noah Okafor and Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Leeds United are actually looking dangerous down this left-hand side. So, I'm a little bit more excited from what I've seen. And with all things being said, we are in 10th place right now. And we didn't have the easiest of starts to a Premier League campaign. Arsenal and Newcastle in there already, in which we've played in our opening 5 games. That's 2 big hitters in there. Even though Newcastle are currently in 12th. Below us. Common Stach. But then again, you did have Wolves, Everton and Fulham in there. Slightly easier games. This has renewed me with confidence, but it probably shouldn't because it's Wolves. Like, from one aspect, I'm looking at the fact we're 10th, and I'm looking at what I'm actually seeing right now, the football that's being played currently by Leeds United. I'm like, fucking heck, you know, we're holding our own here. We look pretty damn double decent right now. But at the same time, we're playing Wolves, who are one of the weakest sides in the league. But you compare this to the newly 3 promoted clubs of yesteryear, aka last season, who couldn't buy a win against anybody for 10 games into the season, and you say, you know what, it may only be Wolves, but they are still an established Premier League side, and we're still taking them to town, which, you know, may lead you to believe the newly 3 promoted sides are not the ones that are going to get straight down relegated instantly. And even Fulham by no means deserve to beat us, I don't believe. I don't believe by any stretch of the imagination they deserve to beat us. It was a very fortuitous last-minute own goal from Gudmundsson. I was about to say Rasmus Christensen there. From Gabriel Gudmundsson. Very fortuitous own goal. If it wasn't for that, and if we'd have got a point in that game, wow, Leeds could be in would be in European positions right now, actually. Let me have a look. 8 points would put us, if we look here, so we'd have 1 better goal difference, we'd be on 8 points. We would be in 6th place right now. So that goal, that goal has changed the complexion of everything right now. We would be in 6th place, ahead of Crystal Palace. So let's just bear that in mind. Just bear that in mind. We'd be tied on points with Chelsea right now. So just goes to show you the fine margins of football, huh? Everyone can shit on Leeds United, but had we not given away that last-minute goal, 2 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss is not a bad turn of events. Especially when the only loss of the season at that point then would have come against Arsenal, who can beat anyone on their day. I think we're going to score 2 more. Beza Gaza. Anthony Kent, thank you for the follow, my friend. We're playing good. We're actually turning on the style a little bit right now. Yeah. One of the better performances from Leeds United so far, yeah. Been a relatively impressive spell, especially down that left-hand side, as I said. Noah Okafor and Calvert-Lewin are linking up really, really well down that left-hand side. Bogle didn't get the assist for that Calvert-Lewin goal. Are they saying it was too big of a deflection or something? Because it did take a little deflection as he whipped it in, but I'm still giving the credit to fucking Jaden Bogle for that cross. Maybe I didn't see how big the deflection is. Did someone else see it? Was it a crazy big deflection? I saw it took a little nick, maybe that whipped it a little bit higher, but damn, they're not even giving him the assist for that. That's harsh. Here comes Jack Harrison, getting ready to come onto the pitch. Leeds versus Forest. What about Leeds versus Forest? What about Leeds Forest? This is a class win. I know Wolves are poor, but it shows that we can keep up. Yeah, exactly. As I said, though, I want to see us create a little bit more, though, because Wolves are there for the taking right now. Wolves are really there for the taking, as Noah Okafor tries to drive it down the left-hand side. Couple of shimmies, and he's actually bodied off the ball. Storms back to try and win it back, and unfortunately is unable to do so. Daniel LaRusso. Okafor's off the pitch. Okafor is off the pitch, and Jack Harrison is on the pitch. Substitution for Leeds United. Is Gray likely to come on, Andy? Is Gray likely to come on? We'll have to wait and see, mate. We'll have to wait and see. I think I can show you the... let me see if I can show you the bench on here. Nah, they don't show you the bench on the computer version for some reason. It's a bit annoying. They only show you the bench on the... the mobile version. I'll get the bench up for you now, if anyone wants to see the bench. Harrison, Meslier, Bijol, Justin, Tanaka, Gruev, Gray, Piro, and Nemecha. Which again, you know, we spent £10 million on James Justin. Odd, £8 to £10 million to keep him on the bench. You know, because we needed backup defenders. But yet, we didn't need backup offenders, attackers, that were worth spending £10 million on. You just see shit like this and it just beggars belief, doesn't it? When we're playing Brendan Aronson right wing, because we have no backup wingers, we have no creative midfielder, let alone a backup creative midfielder. We don't have a single creative midfielder. But we have a £10 million backup fullback on the bench. These kind of things just make you scratch your head, don't they? And we've got we've got 3 goalkeepers. Yeah, Mellier's still there. And we spent 16 million. If you took the 16 million pound for Perry and the 10 million pounds for James Justin, are you telling me we couldn't have got Gustavo Khamer? Come on. Or El Khanous? With that money? Surely we could have. Surely we could have. But Harry Gray is on the bench. I don't know whether we're going to see him. I think it depends how close this game gets. If we're still 3-1 up with about 5 minutes to go, I think we might see him. But otherwise, I don't think he's going to risk him necessarily. Also, I'm not convinced with this Okafor for Jack Harrison substitution that he's made. As Totti comes off for Wolves. Leeds should park the bus and not test our luck anymore. Don't know about park the bus. I want us to go for some more goals, personally. Be a big 3 points if we see this out. Be a huge 3 points if we see this out. Be a magnanimous 3 points if we were to see this out. Uh-oh. Here come Wolves again, though. Here come Wolves. Dangerous attack. Huge save by Carl Darlow again. I mean, it was an easy save to make. All he had to do was parry down and scoop that one up. But big save by Carl Darlow. In the end, Wolves causing Leeds United some problems here. You talk about parking the bus. I mean, Leeds United throwing all men at it. Longstaff, is he injured there, actually? He's just absolutely cleaned out Ethan Ampadu, it looks like. Anton Stach, Sean Longstaff has come flying in, all guns blazing podcast style to try and win that ball there. And he's absolutely clattered into Ethan Ampadu. Flipping heck. That is very interesting. Muy interesante. Off topic, but I like your hair. Oh, thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much. Yeah, I need to fix it. Colour comes out sometimes it doesn't. Maybe I should have got more stronger highlights. Maybe because I haven't washed it. Yeah, in a hot minute. But thank you very much. Appreciate ya. Ibs, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it, my friend. Appreciate it. Welcome to the family of the most forward-thinking pioneers to ever grace the beautiful game, a.k.a. the Bloodline. How has Aronson been? Non-impactful, I'd say. Non-impactful. Not what I'd like to see from a winger. What I'd like to see from my winger is what Okafor was doing. Spreading the channel. You know, pulling the fullback out of position. Creating danger. Gabriel Gudmundsson cuts through. Too many in the box! Oh, come on, man! Jeez Louise! Ay, ay, ay! Oh, my days. Wow. What a chance. What a chance. What a chance, mate. That was a huge chance. Aronson, what I expected from Aronson, I can't lie. Yeah, he's not a winger, man. I can't blame him too much, even. He's not a winger. And this is what I'm saying, man. I don't like to just shit on a player. Like, he's a professional footballer and a human being at the end of the day. You know, far better at football than I ever was, clearly. But we need to sign someone that's better. To not only play in the number 10 role, but to play out wide. Like, the guy works his socks off. Fair play to him. And look at this. He's trying to drive the ball down the channel. It's just not working. You see, he's tried to take it down the line there, and he's just lost the ball. Instantaneously, the guy's lost the ball. Like, I don't want to fucking just shit on the guy, but he's not a right winger. He's not a great crosser. He's not got blistering pace to drive the ball down the channel. He's not a really great close control dribbler. He doesn't have the pace to get back and forward. He's got the engine in the tank for it. But to be in the wide areas, you've got to have a lot of fucking pace to get up and down that line. It's not just a matter of like in the midfield where you're constantly short sprints. These are longer sprints in the wide areas of the pitch. It's a completely different form of running. You know, not that one's harder than the other, because people say the wide areas, and I've always said traditionally the wide areas are the hardest places to play. I've played some games in central midfield this year, and those are pretty damn hard positions to play. Me and my old mate Bradley, who are natural wingers, had to play together in central midfield together, and we did put in a hell of a shift, I have to say. I think we put in some pretty fucking good performances in there, if we do say so ourselves. But it's a completely different form of running, completely different form of running. It's a lot more constant short burst maneuvers, as opposed to in the wide areas where you got to have that tank, that pure pace to get yourself in behind constantly, pinging down that fullback, making them look behind them, question what's coming in there. He doesn't have those capabilities, in my opinion. So, but I can't blame him. It's not his position. He shouldn't be forced to play out wide. You've got to blame the recruitment, and you've got to blame Daniel Farke. But in the job he's done there, because we don't have anyone else to do there, he's done a serviceable enough job. But there is a lack of creativity coming from that side, aside from when Jayden Bogle does something magic. And to be fair, Jack Harrison hasn't been doing too much better since he's come on. Because the left-hand side, since taking Okafor off, we had that 5-10 minute spell where Leeds actually looked really dangerous with Okafor and Dominic Calvert-Lewin linking up down that left-hand side. We've switched it out for Jack Harrison now, and a lot of that threat is gone, really. And Wolves have actually been controlling a lot of it because they haven't had to really fear what's coming against them. Neve. I remember now, Neve. Thank you for the shares. Appreciate you, man. Who deserves to win? Leeds United. Cooper. What is that accent? My accent is... have a guess, mate. Have a guess what accent it is. Have a guess, mate. I'll give you £10 if you guess it correct. And not the British sterling pounds. 10 old knuckle sandwiches. Hello, Ellen. How you doing today, love? How you doing? How you doing, governor? You having a good day? Got there in the end indeed. To watch this masterful end to this game. Robert Mitchell, what's going on? Brilliant, thank you. All good. Or should I say, brilta? No, let me get to Yorkshire. I'm brilta. Nah, I can't do it. Can't do it. I know they all say ta, because my mum's fucking northern, so she'll say ta occasionally. Although she's a bit southernly infected now. She speaks a bit more southern, because she's lived here her whole life. Leeds United? Wait, hang on a second. What the fuck has happened there? I think Brighton have just conceded to Tottenham Hotspur, because Leeds United have snuck into 9th place now. We were in 10th. We are now in 9th place. Brighton Hove Albion, it still says 2 goals to 1, but they're down into 12th, or 13th should I say, which leads me to believe, which as I have believed correctly, Tottenham Hotspur have just equalised. It is 2 goals to 2 now. Crystal Palace have just converted one of their own. They are now leading 2 goals to 1. So Leeds United are now into 9th position, ahead of Brighton Hove and Albion. Tottenham Hotspur with a huge point over there, pushing them a little bit further up in 2nd place. 2-2. Please don't spam, my friend. I can read your message. I can see it the first time. It just, I don't want, as I said, I don't want to time people out. It just makes it harder to see everyone else's. But why did Blackburn and Ipswich get suspended? Why did Blackburn and Ipswich get suspended? Why did they? Please inform me. Oh, Neve with the heart me. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate the love. W's in the chat. Nah, no worries, man. No worries. No worries at all, bro. No worries. No hate towards you, man. No hate towards you, my G. My G, no string. Yeah, Bogle's gone down with a bad injury here. I was a bit distracted by that. I was sat there talking about backup fullback. He's not a backup fullback anymore. James Justin has been called upon. To come onto the pitch for Jayden Bogle now. Shit, man. I was hoping it was just a little contact injury, but he was down for a hot minute. And he's limping very, very awkwardly off the pitch here. He's been one of our best players this year, Jayden Bogle, man. He has been one of our best players, I have to say. That one hurts, man. That one hurts. Leeds Max, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Nah, it's not on Sky Sports today. Sky Sports can't broadcast this. 3 p.m. blackout, innit? 3 p.m. blackout. Yeah, Jayden Bogle and Longstaff are off for Ayo Tanaka and James Justin. Damn, that's really, really unfortunate, man. Jayden Bogle's still really awkwardly limping off there. I feel bad for him, bro. He does not deserve that. That is really, really unfortunate. Really, really unfortunate there. Really, really unfortunate. Fuck. Damn, that's a bad one, bro. That's a bad one. I've just been watching it back. That is not a good one. That is not a good one. Blaming it, clad. Come on, AO, Amanda. Come on, AO. Let's go. Doesn't look great. Nah, that doesn't look great at all. We've got another injury. Hang on a second here. I hope that's just cramp. Brendan Aronson's down. Nah. Let's not take the piss here, lads. Let's not take the fucking piss here, lads. We could be having another injury. No. Let's not go too crazy here. What do you think of the match? It's been a good game. Leeds United look in patches looked really, really good. But throughout the entirety of the game, it's been a relatively evenly paced game. As I said, I think the 3-1 massively favours Leeds and doesn't necessarily tell the whole story of the game. Neither side have created that many great chances. Like the second half, I think, has been a bang-on even game. And once again, another 0-0 in the second half. It was just really 3 masterfully taken goals, which again, as I said, were great to see. And all credit goes to Leeds for taking them. But that is not sustainable. That is not sustainable throughout a Premier League campaign. Can't be losing anymore. Well-deserved win. Well-deserved win, of course. Because we were lethal when we took our chances. I would like to see Leeds create a lot more, though. Because I think even if you still look at our XG stats, we are going to be massively overperforming them. Even over 2 halves of football now. As Ilya Gruev and Lucas Nemecha get ready to come onto the pitch. But we defended well. Aside from that really bad goals conceded in the first half, we've defended well. Hoping this gives us a bit of fire. So do I. And I thought for a little bit of time it gave both Okafor and Dominic Calvert-Lewin a bit of fire in their cylinders. So there are positives, of course. Let's just keep bugging out. Neve, love you, Neve. Thank you for that. I appreciate ya. Let's hope this isn't a really bad end to this second half of football for Leeds United now, though. That could be bad. So let's hope that is not... Oh. Did not want to close that. Did not want to close that again. Apologies. Did not want to do that. Did not want to do that. That is not the screen I was trying to show you. Thoughts on Gruev? It's okay. He's not the best. He's not the worst. He's a good squad rotation player. I think he's been very suspect in a lot of games, personally. Very sloppy on the ball. The pace of the Premier League doesn't really suit him too much, in my opinion. I literally just copy a link or send it to myself. It's so easy to get shares up. Well, I appreciate it, man. It actually does help me so much. You wouldn't even know how much it helps. So I do actually appreciate it when you lot share. So thank you so much. That I appreciate a lot. I just think Gruev is championship quality. I think he is the quality of your name, to be honest with you, mate. I think I think your name perfectly surmises Ilya Gruev in the Premier League. if I'm being frankly honest. Matt Kerr, have we played well? We have, relatively speaking. Relatively speaking. Have you missed out big? Not big. I think the highlights will show you the most impressive parts of this game. I think the highlights will show you the most impressive parts. Here is Dominic Calvert-Lewin coming off the pitch. And Brendan Aronson also coming off the pitch for Ilya Gruev. Ilya Gruev is off the pitch. Ilya Gruev is gone. Man of the match for me. Ooh. Tough one. I think Anton Stach, he's got a goal and an assist. So that's obviously going to put him up there. I thought Jayden Bogle was really, really good today. I did think Jayden Bogle had a really good game, personally. So I'd love to shout out him. I thought Noah Okafor in patches was really good, but you can't say throughout the entirety of the game that he was the best. Again, I thought Dominic Calvert-Lewin looked really dangerous in patches of the game, but was limited in terms of his service to get himself the man of the match. So you're probably looking at the midfield area or Jayden Bogle. I would have to say probably Anton Stach, just on the basis of the overall play. I think he got more involved than any other Leeds player in the offensive areas of the pitch. And otherwise, in the overall midfield play, I thought he was really, really decent then as well. Overall decent. And he got more involved in the attacking play, not just with his goal and his assist, but in terms of his overall attacking play from the midfield. He was more involved than anyone else. So I would have to say Anton Stach, personally. What about you guys? Thoughts on Aronson? He's there. He's there. He's involved. Just doesn't really stand out, especially in that wide area. But again, it's not his position. It's not his natural. It's not his fault entirely. It's not his natural position. Uh-oh. And for someone that's being asked to fill in there, he does a good enough job. Last 30 seconds, Ampadu blocks. Last 10 seconds, should I say. And Wolves are no longer going to be getting back into this game. It's going to be another win for Leeds United. We are currently in 9th position if Brighton aren't able to pull out a last-second winner against Tottenham Hotspur. Leeds United will finish in 9th position. It's headed in. It's claimed by Carl Darlow. And it's past 94th minute now. The game will end 3-1. And it will be live for Leeds United. Let's see here. Let's see. And that is it. Leeds United have won 3-1. Leeds United have done it. We have got ourselves into the big time. Leeds United are cruising up the Premier League table now. 3 goals, 2 goals from open play. Would you believe it? Would you believe it? Leeds United have done it. We are now into 9th position. As I said, 7 points on the table. 4 goals scored this season now. 2 from open play, 2 from set pieces, and a couple of really, really good goals in there. I think Jayden Bogle was unfortunate not to get the assist for that Dominic Calvert-Lewin goal, because I thought that was masterful. The third goal, as I said, was a bit of luck. But there are still issues. There are still cracks beneath the surface. Don't let this delude you into thinking everything is perfectly fine. There are still major issues creatively. It's a good day for Leeds United. We've got the win. But two main talking points. Number one, this is a bottom place Wolverhampton Wanderers side who are absolutely terrible and there for the taking in large portions of the game. And number two, we still didn't create that much throughout the whole portion of the game. We relied on two masterful goals, and one bit of fortune where they passed us the ball and we were lethal on the break within 5 to 10 seconds. But in terms of actual creative play and picking 2, 3, 4 passes together to create really gilt-edged chances, we still didn't do that. So yes, there should be smiles from the players and the manager, and we should be looking with optimism right now and seeing everything going on and being happy with the way Leeds United have played, being happy with the results. Yes, embrace the moment, try and use it to invigorate some form of confidence within the ranks. We're in 9th position, but by no means rest on your laurels after this, because there are a lot tougher tests to come than Wolverhampton Wanderers. And this game, as I said, there are still huge holes in our creative problems there. We need to fix that up. So don't get too ahead of yourselves is what I would say. And I'll say that to the Leeds players as well. They still need to address a lot of issues creatively and even defensively, which we looked a bit susceptible at times. If we didn't win this, we deserve relegation. Exactly. Exactly. So, it was a game we had to win, but at the same time, we actually did it. Now I can finally get to sleep. It's 2 a.m. Good night. Damn, night Jachao. No wonder why they call you Night Jachao, my friend. Good night, my brother. Hope you have a great night's sleep. 2 a.m. Damn. What a legend, mate. Staying up to watch Leeds United at that late of a time. What a geezer, mate. Leeds. All Leeds aren't we. All Leeds aren't we indeed, mate. I captain DCL. Oh, go on the boy, mate. Go on the boy. Should have captained Stach. Oh, I got Stach in my fantasy team. Come on, man. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking. I still have Ramazani in my fantasy team. What am I doing? Ay. And Pedro Neto is still my third. Oh, my days. I'm cooking myself. But currently, West Ham are on 3 points. Aston Villa are on 2 points. And Leeds United are on 7. Could have been 8 if it wasn't for that terrible end to that Fulham game. We've given them a real boost in their points tally, unfortunately. But Leeds United now into 9th place, which isn't the worst viewing. But as I said, still a lot of issues that need to be addressed. The only side in the top half of the table with a negative goal difference, which goes to show you a lot of things. The fact Everton are above us, who were really poor in that first game as well, which says a lot as well. But there you go. Leeds United 3, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. And we will move on swiftly on to the next game. But let me know what you guys think, man. Absolute pleasure. As always, yeah, got a load more injured players now as well. Yeah, 100%, man. Really dangerous position for Leeds United to be in. But as I said, thank you guys so much. Been an absolute pleasure, as always, watching along with you. Always is a pleasure. And today was no exception. Again, another great day to be alive. Another great day to watch Leeds United win. But thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys very soon. Au revoir, my brothers and my sisters.